Alright, welcome back to the channel. Working on the Cedar Pergola build, getting all the components. Yeah, that's some mixed grain right there through my finger. I should keep the hand off the wood, huh? No, that's real rough stuff, guys. I mean, yeah, it's a little rough there. So sometimes in situations like that, there's a lot of mixed grain in this particular piece, and no matter how much you sand it, it won't all go away. I just put 320. I just ran 320 down the face of this and the sides, and I'll have to probably do it again, creating a little more of a chamfer than I want. But in order to get rid of that mixed grain wants to twist up like that, it's just a common problem that other trees made. So I want to show you what I do here. I got the top sanded. I take a tradesman clamp by Bessie. Here, let's show you how this works. So what's pretty neat about these is they've got positive stops. So like that, it sits right there. It's designed for basically a one-handed operation, where like normally on a regular clamp, you would probably have to hold this and then move it down at the same time. Where this one sits, that's it. So it's ready to go. And typical. So I sit it right about in the center. Doesn't have to be right on. All I want this clamp to do is to hold it while I do the detail on both ends. And if I need to pivot it, I can by just turning it a little bit. Get a little bit looser there. I just want it to stabilize. So I'll show you how I do that right now. Let's tilt this down. We'll show you how I detail this corner out right here. There's no special tools required. All I have is basically just a piece of sandpaper, a good old-fashioned sand block. This curve right here is not identical to this, right? You might think it would be, but it's not. It's more of a tighter radius, but it works for this because I can just do this, right? So typically I'll just start by doing this. I'll get my radius detail. I just like a little bit of a chamfer, probably maybe like a 1/16 of an inch. So if you don't clamp this board, it's all over, okay? It's moving all over the place and you can't work without it falling off. You could try it. I did, and I didn't let one lose off the bench, but it's just, you can't work efficiently. So that's all I do with that piece of sandpaper. And I put it on here like this. I keep this to the front, because if you were to keep it like this, it would still work, but it has a tendency to want to move on itself like this. So you want to use it like this, flip it over. I want this part going down like that. And I'm not pushing hard. This is 120. I've been sanding everything else with combination 220, 320. Norton paper. That's all that is. Pro Sand. You buy them in the mass quantities. I think they're probably 25 or plus to a pack. We get the Pro Pack and we get the Pro Box for the orbitals. On the orbital, I have Festool Granat 320. So this is all I do. I got a little bit of a burr right there from the jigsaw. So all I do is just basically pinch it, just like this. I'm not putting a lot of pressure. For the mixed grain on this, probably don't want to come back up. I might blow out, even though it's probably not going to happen. On some material, you could go up like that and rip that top off. I don't have any like that. This is pretty tight grain, but if you be careful, you can kind of ride it up a little bit. It's all basically a hand movement, just following the contours. That's it. That's how smooth that is right there. It's very, very smooth, as you can see in the photo and the video. It's nice. I like it. And then with this other side here, I can just run this to get my chamfers. I just basically, I don't try to rock it back and forth, because then it's moving. It's creating a lower spot over there and over here. So just push it off. If you go a little too deep, what you can do, put this back on there, and you can just focus your attention on that lower part there. And that'll take it back down, and you can try again if you don't like it. You can go either way. You can use a block like this. You can use it like this, or however is comfortable in your hand. I'm right-handed, so I'm going to get down on it like this. I like to just push. I don't like to push and pull. Either do one or the other. You can pull it too. I'm making sure I'm keeping this flush with the wood and not like this. Let me get a better angle of it for you guys. So we can get a better angle here. Reposition the old camera. You can see that. Let's see if I get in here and give you guys kind of an idea what I'm doing here. So see how I just have it on there like that? Just one push off, that's it. You can see the chamfer that it makes. That's all I wanted, just a little chamfer like that. Same thing up there. There we go. See how tight that grain is? It's all clear cedar. And now you just got to come down this side. The wood will tell you what you're doing too. So get that fuzz off of there and check it. See, I'm a little high right there. See right there, I'm a little high. I need to take more off the bottom. There's my chamfer, and if I don't like it, I can obviously go right here on the face of this and take it. Same thing with that. And I can reshape it to where I like it like that. There we go. I can take a little more off of this. Make sure you guys like it, because it's going to be there for a while. There you go. And then up here I just soften the edge. There's not really a chamfer you can do on that. I just kind of ease it so that it minimizes my block. Just minimizes tear out down the road. But that's what I've been doing in the shop today. It's just getting those two done. So I just brought in another shipment of clear cedar. I've got to sand all this out. It goes on the pergola too. More importantly, it's all this. And then we got those are already detailed up there. Those are the corbels for underneath. I just figured out what the arch was right there. And they're 2 foot long. They'll go on each post. We have 8 posts. So 16 of those, because 2 per post, and then the backs. So that is what we're doing. So if those methods help somebody, great. Subscribe at the below. Leave a comment in the section. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Up to date every day, posting new videos and stories, so you can follow us there. Appreciate you, and we look forward to you on the next one.